Welcome, returning visitors, and those of you taking a peek for the first time. Cheers to you all. This week, this guy talks about this guy, and then that guy disappears. This guy talks about methane and lets the global energy industry know that it was responsible for 135 million tons of methane released into the atmosphere in 2022. Then this guy talks about the loop of doom. And if that doesn't depress you enough, our high-priced, high-strung, monotoned Nola Combs brings you another report from the International Union for Conservation of Nature's Red List of Threatened Species. So let's get at it.
We need to get a new head of the World Bank, for God's sake. This is ridiculous to have a climate denier as the head of the World Bank.
Would you clear the air? Do you accept the scientific consensus that the burning of fossil fuels is dangerously warming the planet?
I don't know all of the instances that you're talking about. I don't even know. I'm not a scientist, and that is not a question. So Al Gore can put. I don't know why it stays on the stage.
The departure of Malpasse on June 30th gives the Biden administration a chance to redefine the role of the World Bank. Stay tuned. Next up, as my cohort used to say, it's a gas man, but this ain't the good kind.
The untamed release of methane in fossil fuel production is a problem that sometimes goes under the radar in public debate. Unfortunately, it's not a new issue and emissions remain stubbornly high. Many companies saw hefty profits last year following a turbulent period for international oil and gas markets amid the global energy crisis. Fossil fuel producers need to step up and policymakers need to step in, and both must do so quickly.
1.5 degrees Celsius, dead or alive. The consequences of the climate crisis draw focus and resources from tackling its causes, leading to higher temperatures and ecological loss, which then create more severe consequences, diverting even more attention and resources, and so on. Welcome to the Doom Loop. Here is one of your navigators.
Sadly, we've entered a new chapter in the climate and ecological crisis. The phony war is coming to an end, and the real consequences now present us with difficult decisions. We absolutely can drive towards a more sustainable, more equitable world. But our ability to navigate through the shocks while staying focused on steering out the storm is key.
World Wildlife Day is coming up on March 3rd. It's United Nations International Day to celebrate all the world's wild animals and plants and the contribution that they make to our lives and the health of the planet. This World Wildlife Day is also a celebration of the Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species of Wild Fauna and Flora, or CITES for short, as it turns 50. And now a word from Inga Anderson, Executive Director, UN Environment Programme for World Wildlife Day.
The black rhino, the Maui dolphin, the Alabama sturgeon, the orangutan. What do these magnificent creatures have in common? Well, sadly, in less than a decade, they could be extinct. So on World Wildlife Day, let's commit to address the many threats facing wildlife to a planet where people and animals and nature flourish together.
Time now for Nola to do the IUCN's Red List thing.
Working. Assessment information in detail. While black rhino numbers have more than doubled since bottoming out in the mid-1990s, due to increased protection and enhanced biological management, the species still qualifies as critically endangered due to the scale of the decline in numbers over the past 3 generations, as a result of very heavy poaching in the 1970s, 1980s, and early 1990s. Threats. The main threat to the species is illegal hunting, poaching, to supply the illegal international rhino horn trade. It is estimated that currently around 95% of rhino horn sourced in Africa for end-user illegal markets in Southeast Asia are from this source. Rhino horn has traditionally had 2 main uses: use in Chinese medicine and ornamental use. Recently, rhino horn has become a highly prized material for making carved expensive high-status items such as bowls and bangles. While black rhino numbers continue to increase at a continental level, poaching has slowed overall growth. Scientific name, Diceros bicornis. English common name, black rhino, black rhinoceros, hook-lipped rhinoceros. Native to Angola, Kenya, Mozambique, Namibia, South Africa, Tanzania, United Republic of Zimbabwe. Habitat and ecology. savanna, shrubland, desert. This has been Olay and Ollie K. Boomer with NOLA Comms for your climate change report coming from downtown Alberta.